Hello, my name is Olga Ryazanova. I'm a lecturer in Maynooth University in Ireland. Together with my co-author Peter McNamara, we would like to give you a brief preview of our forthcoming paper called Socialization and Proactive Behavior, Multilevel Exploration of Research Productivity Drivers in US Business Schools. In the recent years, we have all seen the increasing pressure to publish in international peer-reviewed journals. However, when we asked ourselves and our colleagues, why is it that some academics are much more productive than others? We got very different answers to this question. Some would say that it's all about your abilities, your individual research talents. Others would say that the most important thing is to be exposed to a research-active environment from the very beginning of your research journey and to have productive colleagues and mentors. And yet others would say that nowadays it's all about proactive behavior, career building strategies, collaboration, mobility. It's all about how you behave. We thought that all these answers seem plausible, but what we need to understand is how these factors work together. Which of these factors are more important than others, and what could be possible interaction effects? So this is what our paper does. We took 500 tenured academics from top 25 US business schools ranked on top of University of Texas Dallas research ranking, and we tracked their careers and their research productivity in terms of publishing papers in peer-reviewed journals. The result is a multi-level model looking at the emergence of individual research productivity, which includes individual heterogeneity of academics, the quality of their organizational research environment, and proactive behaviors of collaboration, which includes both the size of your co-authorship network and the strength of ties which you have with your co-authors. We also looked at mobility, both national and international mobility.
Why did I get involved in this research? Three communities were of particular importance to me. The first was PhD students as a PhD mentor and later as a PhD director of a large PhD program. Students would ask me a very simple question: what gets me a job? And I'd say research gets you a job as well as knowledge of teaching. And when they would ask me what drives research, I'd talk about my own career or that of my colleagues. But as our students started to go to more distant markets, it wasn't just anecdotal, it was at times wrong. So I looked at the literature and I could find very little. The second is, as somebody who was involved in hiring junior and senior faculty, I would ask my colleagues and interview pals, what are the things that help you decide who's going to be a colleague that's going to drive research in the long term? What drives performance choices here? And they would say, look, hire me, hire according to those that are on the panel. But that again is difficult in that it reduces diversity. And also, it may not necessarily be relevant in international markets. And thirdly, as a head of school, people would say to me, Peter, I need money for this for research. Everybody needs money from me. But in a resource plasticity environment, what should I preference? Where should I say money here and not there? And this paper really drives these three issues. The first issue that comes out of this paper is, look, a PhD is important and where you got it is important, but nowhere near as important as people think anecdotally. Second is that research writing behaviors matter. It matters that somebody publishes in high quality journals early on. And yes, we need to read the papers to know the quality, but we also need to rank them to know their relative quality to others. But far more important is their collaborative capabilities, their abilities to write in a team on multiple occasions, to co-author with Olga again and again, for example, but also to be able to develop wider networks, to co-author with wider ranges of people. This is what drives performance. So that's what I tell my PhD students, that's what I look for in interviews: mobility and relationships and exchanges. So I hope that you look at the paper a little bit more closely and see the fine work that Olga has driven and that I've been privileged to be involved in too. Thank you very much.